Hope y'all doing good. And we are live. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Want to welcome you guys to the Beast Pod, where we talk all things youth football strategies, tactics, and most importantly, this is where you get your questions answered. For those who don't know, I am your host, Coach Beast, man. How are y'all doing today? I hope y'all are doing well, man. You know, I know we didn't do a show, I think last week it was, if I'm not mistaken. We didn't do a show last week because I wasn't feeling my best. Even now, guys, I want y'all to bear with me because I'm about at 60% today. But I wanted to do the show. I wanted to tap in with you guys, make sure you guys are doing well, man. All is well in Beast land, right? And guys, I'm really pumped to kind of see where you guys are. I'm kind of pumped to see, you know, how the season is going, where you are. If let me know in the comments if you guys are still playing. Is your season over? Are y'all in the playoffs? Let me know. I want to know. Also, if you're just chiming into the show, do me a solid and hit that like button. This will let other coaches know that we are live right now. Hit that like button, man. I'm super pumped and excited for you guys. Let me see. I see Coach Bubba in the house. What's up, Coach Bubba, man? How are you doing? Coach Bubba says, my bad, Coach, for lack of attendance. This season is finally over. Hey, no worries, bro. No worries. We didn't do a show last week because I've been kind of going through some health things, which I'll tell y'all a little bit about later on in the show. Give y'all an update on that. And this is the thing about the show today I'm really excited about. We're going to talk about the fatigue factor. We're going to talk about, you know, some of the things that you guys are going through right now this football season, because, you know, at this time of the season, everybody's kind of tired. Everybody's kind of beat up and everybody's trying to figure it out, right? Everybody's just trying to make it through the season. And let's just be honest about it. It's even tougher when you're having a bad season, right? You're not winning games or you're having problems with parents and all of that. Well, I'm going to help you guys, okay? We're going to talk about this. Of course, we're going to have our live Q&A segment later in the show, and we're going to figure this out. I'm with you every step of the way. All right, guys? So before we get into the show, you know what time it is. It's my favorite part of the show. Rep your squad. So do me a solid. I want you to put what city and state you're located in, and also let me know what team you coach so I can show you guys some love, so I can shout out you guys. TikTok is already live over here. TikTok already know. Shout out to Coach Runny and his CB Falcons out of Northern California. Let me see here. And they're going to the championship this Saturday. Shout out to you, Coach. Shout out to you and your Falcon squad. Let's see who else we got. Y'all bear with me. Because they've been chopping it up over here. Make sure you put your squad down. Shout out to Coach P in the house from Burlington, Vermont. Shout out to him and his Rams squad. Shout out to the country coach out of, North Jacksonville, Florida. Shout out to you, Coach. Shout out to Coach Jesus in the house. Shout out to you from El Paso, Texas. Let's get it. Shout out to Coach One out of, let's see, it's at Whitaker, California. Shout out to him and his Dolphins squad. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Let's see here. Shout out to Coach Cable out of Cabot, Arkansas. Shout out to him and his 3rd and 4th grade Panthers squad. Shout out to them. Let's see here. Let me see. Make sure y'all drop y'all squads. If y'all watching on YouTube, drop your squad. I want to show you guys some love. Let's see here. Shout out to my boy, Coach Marv is in the house out of Seaside, California. Shout out to him and his Raiders squad. Man, shout out to you, Coach Marv, man. How you been, bro? I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't seen you on the show in a while, man. How you doing? How you doing? Let's see who else we got here. Shout out to Coach Jesus, another Coach Jesus, I believe it is, out of Horizon City. Shout out to him and his Roadrunner squad. I love that name. Let's see. We got Coach Art in the house. Shout out to him and his Raven squad out of San Marcos, California. Man, hey, let me say something about my West Coast folks. Okay, I got to say this, guys. So, you know, I'm in the South. I'm in the deep South. And I'm here to say I get the most love from my West Coast people and my Midwest people. So shout out to all of you guys who watch the show from you know, California, Arizona, the AZ, you know, Nevada, Utah, Idaho. Shout out to you guys. Also, shout out to you guys who watch the show from Michigan, right? Ohio, from Indiana, and even my Northeast people. I get a lot of people who watch the show from Vermont, Rhode Island, New York, things of that, places like that, man. Look, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys so much, man. And I really appreciate you guys for really rocking with me, man. Like, for real, that means a lot. That means a lot, for real. And soon we're going to do something, man. We're going to do meet and greets and all of that good stuff. So we can, you know, we can meet each other in the flesh, right? And shout out to you, Coach Doc and his Oswego. I hope I said that right. Oswego Panthers out of Oswego, Illinois. Shout out to you, Coach. And shout out to everybody else who rep their squad, man. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys and all of that good stuff. So we're going to get into the show, guys. If y'all ready to get into the show, give me a hell yeah in the comments. Give me a hell yeah. If y'all ready to get this show on the road, give me a hell yeah. There we go. There we go. So, guys, I want to give you a quick update of just kind of some of the things that's been going on with me health-wise. So, guys, you know, y'all know I've been kind of battling back and forth with health issues all year, really, man. This is probably the worst year health-wise that I've had, like, ever. Kid you not, ever. So, you know, my breathing's been tight. My breathing's actually tight right now. But, you know, I'm trying to, like, push through and beast it out. Got to beast it out. Kind of slow the pace up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Got to slow the pace up. But, you know, I've been dealing with a lot of, like, nervous system issues, guys, where I go into, like, these nervous shocks. And when I go into these nervous shocks, it kind of calls my body to kind of go into, like, panic mode, right? And, you know, if you compound that with, like, vertigo and stuff like that, where, you know, you're getting dizzy and the room is spinning and all of that, like, I've been having all of those things going on with me. So went to 2 doctors last week. You know, I had a bad ear infection. I'm taking medicine for that. But also I got to go and see a neurologist. So they can get down to try to figure out what's going on with my body, why my body keeps misfiring and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll get to the bottom of it so Coach Beast can be 100% again. I'm about 60% today. So, guys, if I'm short, you know, a breath, or I have to take a break, or if I have to, you know, get Miss Beast up here or something like that, y'all know what the deal is. All right, guys. Y'all cool? Y'all still rocking with me? Let me know if y'all still rocking with me. Put a 1 in the comments if y'all still rocking with me. Put a 1 in the comments if y'all still rocking with me. Also, we're giving a playbook away today. If we hit, check this out. If we hit, we're going to start at 30. If we hit 30 likes today on the show, on the YouTube side, if we hit 30 likes away, I'm going to give away a copy of the 4-4 Reaper Defensive Playbook. That thing has been amazing this year, man. Y'all been messaging me, letting me know, hey, Coach, I won a championship this year. Thank you, man. Coach, I won a championship, man. I scored more points than I ever scored before. Man, we had the best defense in our league this year. So shout out to you guys, man. So much, man, for not only investing in yourselves, but investing in me and believing in me and you know, all the playbooks and things of that nature that I offer to you guys. Really big shout out to you guys. And of course, if anybody want to get a playbook, y'all see that QR code, the top left corner of the screen. You can scan that QR code. It'll take you to the playbook store. You can get the Beast Unleashed bundle for 90% off. If you don't want to do that, you can get all the individual playbooks. Pick what you want, just $25. So you can get any playbook you want for $25. You can get the whole bundle for 90% off. All right, guys. So let's get to this show, man. Let's get to this show. I'm really pumped, and I'm really excited about this Q&A, if I had to be honest about it. But let's talk about the fatigue factor in the football season right now, guys, because let's be honest about it. This time of the season, you know, everybody's tired. Everybody's going through some level of fatigue. You know, let me know if you're going through some fatigue. Put a 2 in the comments if you're going through fatigue, man. Put a 2 in the comments if you're going through any kind of coaching fatigue right now. Let me know. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest. Like, me personally, that's probably the thing that I dealt with as a youth football coach the most. By the time I get to the end of October, mid-October to the end of October, y'all, like, I am exhausted. I am tired. You know, I don't care if we're undefeated. I don't care if we are mid or we having a losing season. Like, this time of the year, man, I'm tired, you know, and I'm going to help you guys kind of identify some things, because when you're first starting, even if you're like really young, a lot of, especially when you're a young coach, you can't identify. It's hard for you to identify if you're tired, the people in your program is tired, and you don't know how to deal with it and manage it. But it's really important to know how to deal with it and manage it, because if not, it will manage you. I'm going to say that again. If you don't manage fatigue with you or with those in your program, it will manage the hell out of you. And we don't want it to manage you, because that's when everything kind of unravels, and now you're on the cusp of a nightmare season. We always want to avoid those nightmare seasons. All right. So let's talk about a few symptoms of the fatigue factor, and make sure y'all remember this, because y'all know when we do this playbook giveaway, when we hit our 30 likes and I ask you guys questions, you know, I'm going to go back to the things we talked about on the show. So one of the symptoms, and we talking about the symptoms of the fatigue factor. Number one, fatigue drop. This is a big one. All right. Really big one. Because here's the thing. When the attendance drops, that's a sign that either players are tired, parents are tired of bringing the players, or something else is going on. How many of you guys, let me know. We're gonna be interactive today, all right? How many of you guys are dealing with players missing at practice? Players are not as consistent. Players are not showing up. Players are coming up with excuses. Parents are coming up with, you know, excuses as to, you know, why little Johnny didn't make it to practice. Let me know in the comments. Number two, energy drop. This is a big one. Energy drop. Practices lack intensity. Your team feels sluggish. Your practices don't feel the same like it felt, you know, at the beginning of the season or even before the season. You know, like you're like, what the hell is going on? I've had years, guys, where, you know, complacency sets in. Complacency, especially, see, when you are in a position where you're winning a lot of games or you're the best team in your league, and this is things that I dealt with in my program, your team can get very complacent. And that's when I'm like freaking T-Rex with my team, because I don't want my guys to get complacent and say, well, we're the number one team in the league. We undefeated. We, you know, that's when you get beat. That's when you get beat. So you have to make sure your guys got the right energy and they keep the right energy, because complacency can zap you of that hunger and that energy that you need to be really successful as a youth football team and as a collective. All right. And let me take a quick break, man, and give a big shout out to Coach Bill. Coach Bill says Heel Rebel Termites 10U just won 5 straight champs in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Shout out to you, Coach. Shout out to you, Coach, and your squad, man. There we go. There we go. Guys, I'm always going to give y'all some shout out and some love, man, when y'all are successful, man. So definitely shout out to you, Coach, on winning your 5th straight championship. All right, let's go to number 3, guys. This is a big one. This is a big one. Staff burnout. Staff burnout, guys. Here's a sign that you got staff burnout. Your assistant coaches have mentally checked out. Your assistant coaches have mentally checked out. Your volunteers have mentally checked out. How many of you guys are dealing with that right now? Let me know in the comments, sound off in the comments that let me know that your staff is acting up. Now, what I've also experienced with this too is that your coaches will start to not show up to practice on time. And see, these are the reasons, guys, where I'm so ironclad and hard on my coaches in terms of attendance, because they have to be more disciplined than your kids. Because if they are not showing up on time, right, and they're not doing what they're supposed to do, guess what's going to happen, right? The parents are going to see it, and now the parents are going to stop showing up, right? And guys, I think what I'm going to do is we're gonna have a roll off Q&A today. Okay. What that means is I'm going to answer your questions as we go on the show today. How about that? That's going to help me a little bit with my breathing and all of that. And it's going to help with just me not having to go back and find the questions and stuff like that. All right. So let's see here. I want to answer this question. The country coach says, how do you handle getting rid of a coach without disrupting your program? Okay, so that's a good question. Now, this is going to depend on a few things, Coach, okay? The number one thing is going to depend on is how bad has this coach became in your program? You know, has this coach became a total menace in your program to now where everybody sees this coach as a problem? Or is this an issue where the coach has been disruptive, but it's been more, you know, you've been seeing it as a problem, but it hasn't really disrupted, you know, the entire program? Because here's the thing. If it's option one, right? Meaning if the coach has become a problem, so much so where the kids see it, the parents see it, the volunteers see it, the other coaches see it, it's no way of it not disrupting the program to a certain degree, right? So the best thing to do, and what I've done in the past, is I'll have private conversation with the coach. I like to have a witness. I like to have a witness, because if you don't have a witness, sometimes things can it becomes hearsay, right? It becomes hearsay, and now the water is muddy. I like to have a neutral witness, and I just tell them straight up, coach. I don't want to lie. I tell them straight up, look, things things are not working out. This has been an issue, ongoing issue. We've discussed it, and that's another thing. Try to discuss things um with that coach, like give them a warning, let them know, hey, this has been a problem, right? And I say, look, I know we had this conversation, things are not improving. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to part ways in the program, okay? And the toughest part of this is sometimes these coaches have sons. And what I like to say, this is kind of my go-to saying, your son is more than happy to stay in the program. You know, if the son hasn't been a problem, let me just premise by saying that. But I would say, your son is more than welcome to still be a part of the program. But as it relates to, your services on the staff, is no longer needed. All right. So, that's kind of how I address it. I kind of address it very direct. As a matter of fact, I cut through the noise because usually, if you start getting in the back and forth, that's when, things go off the rails, and I don't like it that way. Now, if it's a situation where it hasn't blown up in a big way yet, meaning like parents don't see it, maybe your coaching staff see it or something like that, you can do the same thing, but you can nip it in the bud a little faster, okay? Because me personally, I kind of come from the mindset of fire fast. Don't let it get so big to where it's out of control. You feel me? Because as soon as you let it get so big to where it's out of control, now everybody see it, and it's going to have some kind of negative effect on your program overall. It's going to affect your program in some kind of way. So attack it fast, get rid of it fast. So, it's kind of like the saying, cut out the cancer before it start taking other things with it. You know what I mean? All right. All right, guys. So again, if y'all got questions, feel free to drop it below. Checky, I'm gonna answer this question real quick. Checky from TikTok says, how to stop the beast formation. Any tips? Oh man, this is the question we get every show, and be real quick about it. So regardless of what formation you run on defense to stop the beast offense, you got to be able to control the trenches, shoot the gaps. You got to, right? Of course, guys, I recommend running the 6-2 defense. I recommend you running the 6-2 defense or the 4-4 Reaper defense. Those are the two that I strongly recommend you run. All right. Now, the goal, though, is to occupy those gaps. You got to have that gap discipline. You got to be able to create clutter and force the ball carrier back in, okay? Because if they get to the second level in the beast, I'm telling you, if a team is running the beast and they get to the second level, the chances of them having a big 10-yard plus run is, 70, 80%. The chance of them taking it to the house is very high. So if you can slow the beast down on the front line, you got a chance of neutralizing it. Okay. And now if you're going against a team that runs the beast, and I get guys saying this all the time, it drives me nuts, but I understand how coaches think. Some guys say, well, teams running the beast in our program, and we shut it down. We shut that crap down. Well, look, it's levels to this, right? There are teams that run the beast offense that can't block for shit. Excuse my language. I'm trying to get better with my profanity. There's teams who run the beast that can't block for crap, right? And then there's other teams who can block like beast, literally. And in those teams, it's very difficult to stop. You got to have a good defensive line and a good defense that can compete against teams that can block well. That's why I've been telling you guys, focus on your blocking, focus on your tackling, focus on your fundamentals, right? Because if you're mediocre at trench warfare, and I encourage you guys to go back to previous episodes in the Beast Pod and go to my trench warfare series where I'm teaching you guys how to have trench warfare both on the offensive side and defensive side, right? Like, go back and watch that, because you got to learn how to be a really good team, a championship caliber team. You got to get really good at trench warfare and winning on the line of scrimmage, man. So I would marry, the 6-2 defense against the beast offense, but I would double down on teaching my kids trench warfare. We're doing a lot of 1-on-1s, 2-on-2s. We're doing a lot of, I would get our defensive line and we're working on different, hand placement drills. We're attacking the pad. And if y'all notice, guys, on my page, my YouTube or wherever you watch me, I'm doing way more drills on my platform, because I'm trying to give you guys drills you can use at practice to be able to really make your kids really good in the trenches, because the trenches are going to win you a hell of a lot of games in the championship in youth football. It's a cheat code. It's an absolute cheat code. Y'all got me. All right, guys. So let's get back to the show. I see people dropping questions. I'm starring those questions. I'm going to go back to them. Okay. I'm going to go back to them. All right. So let's see here. So number 4, let's go back to the symptoms. The number 4 symptom is parent distractions. This is a big one. Parent distractions. Now, this is the part of the season, and this is probably the biggest, thing that I see. All right. And look, guys, if y'all, I'm seeing people say Beast Out University, I need in. Shout out to you, Coach Jules. Shout out to you. If you're watching on TikTok or Facebook and you want to be a part of Beast Out University, right? I encourage you, all you got to do is go to my link in the bio, okay? Go to my link in the bio. You'll see Beast Out University as the second option, okay, in the Playbook store. Just click on that, and you'll go to the page giving you information about Beast Out University and how to join. And that's it. That's all you got to do. All right. But parent distractions, guys, this is a big one, because this is the part of the season where parents got their kids in multiple sports. They may be playing basketball now, right? They may be doing track, indoor track, soccer, whatever, right? And so you have to have that conversation with your parents. It's super important. I remember having a kid, guys, on the team. This kid was he was going to be my quarterback. He was going to be my quarterback. He played baseball. He played basketball. And of course, he played football on the squad, right? And this kid was going to be my quarterback, but he was too damn active doing other stuff. Like literally, the dad came to me. He was like, look, coach, man, my son, he's going to be about 20 minutes late every practice because he got basketball camp. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's fine. And then, but by the time October rolled around, as we know, basketball season is in, at this time, the kid was coming almost an hour late for practice. I couldn't make him my quarterback. The kid could throw. He was an athlete, He a multi-sport athlete. And I couldn't use him as my starting quarterback. So I ended up making this kid, he was a running back. We moved him to a running back, but the kid ended up quitting or leaving the program because he was so occupied with basketball. That was his sport, I guess, So he stopped playing football, switched to basketball. It was just too much. And so you're going to run into a lot of parents, especially what I'm noticing now in 2025 and into the future, is that more parents have their kids in multiple sports and camps, things of that nature. And, when that happens, you got to have conversations with the parents to make sure, things are prioritized correctly, because if it's not, it can create a lot of problems for your program. And then it also helps you to understand that, maybe if this kid is not 100% committed to the team and they got other stuff to do, you may not need to put them in an extremely critical position like starting quarterback to where, you know, you got a championship or an important playoff game, but the kid got to go to a regional basketball tournament and play, next state over, or, they got to travel down south somewhere, I don't know, and play a game away from you. And they choose to play that game. So you got to pick your battles with that. All right. And then the last one, guys, it's just emotional drain, man. And like I said, and this is something I can be transparent about. Like when I coach youth football at this time of the season, I'm emotionally drained. I'm ready for the season to be over. I don't care if we're undefeated or not. Like I'm just tired. I'm burned out. You know what I'm saying? But you have to really take care of yourself. And I'm going to give you guys some remedies for this. Okay. How many of you guys are emotionally drained right now? Let me know in the comments. How many of you guys are emotionally drained? Like you can't wait until the season is over. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know. The Build-A-Bear on TikTok says emotionally drained. I hear that, bro. Coach Jules says definitely. I'm telling you, like being emotionally drained is like, it sucks because you got to manage it in a way to where it don't affect your program. You can't be the reason why your program is dipping because you are the head honcho. You the leader, right? Coach P says the way our season ended, I wish we had more weeks. That's good. Now, if you are the opposite, man, kudos to you. Like, okay. But for a lot of us, man, I'm telling you, man, it can be a grind. It can be a grind. You know what I'm saying? It can truly be a grind. So usually what I do, and this is exactly what I do. So to manage what's going on in the season, I got my favorite restaurant I go to. Okay. It used to be a Chinese restaurant I go to. And I'll sit at the same table with the same waitress, and you will think I'm the equalizer. Okay. You'll think I'm the you'll think I'm the equalizer. I go, I have my sweet tea, I have my favorite meal, and I sit there for 30 minutes to an hour, and I'm not even thinking about football, guys. Like I'm thinking on other things. I'm planning vacations. I'm thinking about my kids. I'm just doing things that's not football related. So I can get that mental vacay, that I need. Find out what you enjoy doing outside of football and do it. I don't care if it's golfing, fishing, reading a book. I don't know, right? Whatever your thing is, do it. Like just do it. Like now my thing is bowling. I absolutely love bowling. Like I've been bowling and competing in bowling since I was a kid. And now, me and Miss Beast, we got back into it. We're about to start bowling in tournaments. We've been working on our craft. Now I'm getting up to 200 average with bowling. I'm happy about it. I'm getting into good form with that. And that's something that I enjoy doing. And bowling is my, some guys like golf, some guys love fishing, some guys love working out, which I love working out too. Because of my health, I can't work out like I want to right now. But my getaway is bowling right now. And it's probably going to be golf soon because I'm about to learn how to golf. So find that thing, coach, whatever it is. Find that thing. I see a good question here on TikTok, y'all. I'm laughing at. AJ want to know, coach, what do you do about the mamas that be hounding you? So AJ, tell me this. How are they hounding you? Are they trying to hound you with playing time, or are these mamas trying to hound you in another way? Okay, in another way. because I guess I'm gonna go ahead. Let me go and have this conversation. I haven't had it in a while with you guys. The mamas are tricky, okay? Because usually in youth football, and this is probably, I kid you guys not. Let me know if I'm wrong. I want y'all to let me know if I'm wrong in the comments, okay? Let me know if I'm wrong. I truly believe the reason why parents have become more and more difficult in youth football, and I hope I don't get in trouble with this, but this is my theory. I think the reason why youth football has become more difficult to coach is because a lot of the parents are mamas, and it's not as many daddies out there. Okay, let me make that statement, and then let me tell you why. All right. Back in the day when I first started coaching, it's 07, and even when I played in the early 2000s, late 90s, right? There was a lot of men out there who played football and they understood boundary. They understood, like, okay, I played football before. I get it when the coach get on to my son. I get it when a kid takes a big hit. I get it, I get football, right? Well, the issue with the mamas is a lot of them can't relate to that. A lot of them don't understand the nature of football and how practices are ran and how, if a coach yell, he's not abusing your son. If a coach say, come on, let's go, he's not harassing your son, right? But some moms will take it as such. Or the moms will say, come on the field. And we had this issue and I had to get them off the field. Moms will come on the field and they will say, hey, I want to help with the drills. And they out there, they get out. I kid you guys not. I never forget this. We're in the middle of our one-on-ones. We're doing our box drills, right? We're doing one-on-ones. And, with our one-on-ones, we break the teams up, team one, team two. So they're going at it. And so a mom come on the field. Now I'm thinking my initial thought, guys, literally, I kid you not, is, okay, she got a question or something. She got a question, or, and even with that, that's weird because Miss Beast handles all of the non-football related activities. So when we on the field, the moms, the parents know they talk to Miss Beast. I don't even talk to them while practice going on. So if she come on the field, she just standing there. I'm like, what the hell is she doing, And guess what happens? She come out there and she like, all right, guys, let's go. I'm like, what? And I literally say, what you doing? She's like, I want to help. I want to help out here. I'm like, hey, you got to get off my field. You got to get off my field. Only certified coaches can be out here. And I was a little tongue in cheek. I was direct, but I was tongue in cheek. She got the message. And I had like two other moms try to do that particular year. Right. So again, a lot of the moms, they don't get it because they haven't experienced football, playing football, and the culture and the nature and even the etiquette of what it is. You know what I'm saying? Most moms, let me put it like this. Let me be clear, because I don't want moms coming after me on the replay of this video. Most moms do get it, but there is a small percentage, 5-10%, who don't get it. And they can be very disruptive because they don't understand boundary. So what you have to do is set the boundary as the coach. And for me personally, my parents all know there's a parent section. We got a track around the football field. They can line up all across the, around the track if they want to. They can get their chairs. I prefer it. I like my parents out there because where I coach, especially when I first started coaching, a lot of the parents, wouldn't even show up to their kids' practices or games. So I'm really big on the parents, being there. And so they know they can come around the track, sit on the track, stand around, whatever. I don't care about that. But when you come onto the field, That's a problem. That's a problem. You cannot come on the field, and that's something you have to. You got look. I'm telling you guys, you can't be afraid to be firm and direct with these parents at the beginning of the season. You know, and I know a lot of us as coaches, we don't want to be confrontational, excuse me, and we don't want to be, have any problem. But I'm telling you, I'm harder on my parents and my coaches than I am on my kids at the beginning. I'm telling you. And I'm hard on my kids too. But you have to set the boundary, because when these parents start seeing you as weak, they're going to start running over you, and they're going to start testing you, testing how far they can go with you. And once they start testing how far they can go with your ass, now you're in trouble. Now you're frustrated because you're in a power struggle, and you don't even have to be. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. I hope y'all, man, I got a lot of stories with parents, but I want to get to more of you guys' questions. Checky says parents complain kids not getting better, but kid misses 2 practices a week at least and wonder why. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing too. Again, that's where accountability comes into play, guys. Like, if little Johnny is not coming to practice and the parent is complaining about the kids or the team is not getting better or whatever, who's that on? I'm asking y'all in the comments. Y'all let me know in the comments. If the parents are complaining that the kids are not getting better, right? And the kids are inconsistently coming to practice, whose fault is that? Is that the parents' fault, or is that the coach's fault? If it's the parents' fault, put a 1. If it's the coach's fault, put a 2. If it's both of their faults, put a 3. Let me know. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. Let me know. Let me know. Got some 1s, parents. Coach Garza, what's up, coach? Put a 3. 1, 3. I want to know, everybody that's leaning towards 3, why is it both the parents and the coach fault? I want to know. Let me know in the comments, why is the parents and the coach fault? And that's an interesting take. That's an interesting take. Because I would lean towards 3 for this reason, okay? I would lean towards 3 if the coach failed to deliver set the boundaries at the beginning of the season. If the coach failed to put the boundaries at the beginning of the season, that's a problem, right? The worst thing you can do as a coach is not set boundaries at the beginning of the season and then try to establish boundaries. That's a bad mistake, because now people are going to be looking at you like you're stupid. User 36 says, Coach, do you play little Johnny that doesn't show up to practice but is one of your better players? I do not. I'm so glad you said that question. Guys, look, what I'm about to say, I don't want to step on toes, but I may break toes with what I'm about to say. All right, give me a minute. Let me take this drink. I'm about to step on toes. Some of you guys bend your rules because a kid is the better player on your team. Some of you guys bend rules because the player is the best player in your team, or top 2 or top 3. And when you do that, karma is going to bite you in the ass every single time. Karma is going to bite you in the ass every single time. Because when you show favoritism this way, the kid going to know they can get away with bloody murder, right? And they can come to practice whenever they want, and they still going to get playing time. The ripple effect of that is your kids see it, your parents see it. Even if your parents don't see it, the kids that see it going to talk to the parents, and then the parents are going to start seeing it. then your coaching staff going to start seeing it. You don't want that to happen. I got a very ironclad rule about attendance in my program. Most of y'all can probably quote this now because I say it so much, right? My ironclad rule is rule number 1. If the kid misses 1 day of practice, he don't start that first quarter. If he missed 2 days, he don't start the first half. He don't get in the first half at all. If he missed 3 days of practice, he don't play that game at all. I let my parents know this. I let my parents know it, and then I even get them to sign an agreement that they understand. Now, my only caveat to this is like the parents say, hey, we got a planned vacation, October 31st, and we won't be in town. You know what I'm saying? Or, hey, we got a planned vacation, or we got a birthday party this day. We already had it planned. Okay, he won't be able to make. Oh, my son, he's sick. Which I got. We call it the 24-hour rule, and I'm kind of lenient with this. But like, if a parent say, hey, my son, he's sick, he won't be able to make it to practice tomorrow, or he woke up this morning, he's not feeling good. Like, I'm lenient with that kind of stuff. But I mean, guys, I kid you not, I had this parent one year. Man, it's game day. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, maybe 5:30 in the morning. On game day, a parent messaged us. Me and Miss Beast in the bed, man. One eye open, one eye closed. We get a message from a parent. Oh, my son Johnny, and we use little Johnny as the example. My son, little Johnny, won't be able to make it to the game today. He got a birthday party this morning. What? So when did you find out little Johnny got a birthday? Little Johnny got a birthday party. You found out at 5 a.m. and told me at 5:30? No, you already had that crap planned, but you didn't want to say anything, right? So like, guys, you got to put your parents in check. Some of these parents don't give a shit. Now, I'm going to say that. Some parents are still going to try to test you, and they're going to still, try to do things, but let them do it, and then let them find out. Let them find out the consequences to their actions. Okay, guys? All right, let me see. Oaktown says, where I come from, all the coaches have 3 kids playing on their team, and they play daddy ball. Man, I can get into it with daddy ball. Let's see. Amenton says, how do we grow our program in a community full of kids that play travel baseball year round? Well, the key is, to me, I see that as an opportunity. I see that's an opportunity for kids who haven't played football at all. You know what I'm saying? I see it as an opportunity to reach kids who don't play. It's no way all the kids play, right? And then I see it as this opportunity too. Okay, I'm in the South, right? And Miss Beach, let me know where we are on likes. Let me know where we are on likes, because we're going to get ready to land the plane on the show. In the South, football is king, right? I'm in Alabama, guys, for those who don't know. Okay, you in Mississippi, coach. Okay, I got you. So you okay, so you know how football is in the South. So football is king, but most of these kids play baseball, they play basketball, they play soccer, they playing multi-sports, right? You just have to present football as the alternative if travel ball is the primary sport in that area or region, because you're going to get kids to play, and you got to market your program. I'm about to do a in Beast Out U, I'm about to do a whole lesson on off-season training. That's why I've been promoting Beast Out U so much to you guys, because I'm about to have an entire off-season program for coaches. It's basically a coaching clinic for you guys, how to raise money for your programs, how to brand and market your program, how to brand and market yourself, how to set your schedule for your program, how to be a high value program and position yourself. Because really, guys, for a lot of you, man, you can win a championship before you even play a snap next season if you do the groundwork in the off season. You don't want to be that coach that just sitting around waiting to, football season come back around next season. No, you want to be the coach that's already prepared. You already got your calendar set. You already know the activities you're going to be doing to reach kids. I'm telling you, like, I'm going to games, right? Like if I'm trying to get kids, let's say I'm trying to get linemen. Linemen are the first group of kids that I try to recruit, right? So I'm going to wrestling competitions, right? I'm going to wrestling competitions. I'm going to big boys play baseball too, right? I'm going to where the big boys are. I'm going to where the kids are. They're going to see my face, right? I may volunteer and coach a sport. I may coach baseball, soccer, or something like that. Because it's about relationships at the end of the day. You build those relationships, magic things happen. You'll get that kid, their cousin's best friend, and their best friends. You'll get the kid's dad's best friend that he worked with, kid to play. Like, magical things happen. All right. All right, guys, we're going to take a break. We're going to take a time out. We're going to take a like time out. All right. So we had 19 likes. I said, guys, we get to 30 likes, I'm going to give away a free playbook. We're going to give away not the Beast Unleashed. We're going to give away the 4-4 Reaper defensive playbook. That's been the staple of a lot of you guys' success this year. I'm going to give away my best defensive playbook to you guys. But we got to get 30 likes, guys. Let's get these likes up. If you're watching on TikTok or Facebook and you want to be in it for the playbook giveaway, I encourage you to come on over to the YouTube side. Just go to YouTube, type Coach Beast. You'll see us live on the show, okay? And come over, hit that like button. I know we can do 30 likes. Usually the standard is 50. So if you haven't hit that like button for me right now. Hit it. Let's get it. And when you hit that like button, I want you to put like in the comments. If you already hit the like button, put like in the comments for me. Come on, guys. Let's do it. Let's get these likes up. Before I go to the next question, we're going to, let's see here. And we got some good ones too. Let's get these likes up, guys. Let's go. Let's get it. Coach P, appreciate you. Appreciate y'all. Larnell, appreciate you. Coach Davis, appreciate you. When you hit that like button, I want you to put like in the comments. What's going on? See, Nuka Bun, what's going on, man? I'm doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. Country Coach says, I have your YouTube on my big screen. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you. How do y'all like this daytime show? How do y'all like the daytime show? Because, we was doing the show at like 7 or 8 p.m. We kind of changed it as the season went. But I decided to do the show in the daytime because a lot of people actually be active and not at practice. Let me know how y'all like it. Let me know in the comments. How do y'all like it? Do you have a team that goes to FBU? Let me know what FBU is, Jose. Probably not. If I don't know what it is, that's a no, of course, but I'm curious to know what FBU is. Also, guys, do me a favor too. I'm curious. How many of you guys are college football fans, right? I've been thinking about doing more college football content, not 100% on it yet, but I want you to put your favorite college football team in the comments. Put your favorite college football team in the comments for me. Yeah, David says, great watching you at work. See, a lot of you guys, a lot of you guys be watching me at work. See, if I knew y'all mofos, right? If I knew y'all mofos would be at work, right, and be watching the show, I would have probably been did the show during the daytime, right? USC, Coach Jones at USC. The Utes, shout out to the Utes. Shout out to them. Florida Gators, shout out to you, Coach Davis. I know you're happy that coach out of there. I already know you're happy. Let me know. Let me know what's your favorite college football squad. We got Kentucky Wildcats. We got the West Virginia. We got University of South Florida. Shout out to you guys. We got Mississippi State. We got Pitt. University of Virginia. They having a great season this year. Great season. Y'all already know my team. Y'all already know what it is. We got OU in the house. Love it, love it. Y'all already know my favorite team. Somebody put my favorite team in the comments. Put my favorite team in the comments. College football team, that is. Put it in the comments. Go ahead and put it in the comments. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. That's y'all hint right there. Y'all already know. Roll Tide, baby. Roll Tide. Shout out to you, Nakon Bun. Thanks for coming. And look, guys, we got a lot of people watching on TikTok. I appreciate y'all guys for rocking with me, by the way. We got a lot of people watching on Facebook. Facebook is growing like wildfire. I got over 4,000 new followers on Facebook last week alone. So shout out to you guys for that. If you want to be a part of the show, meaning you want to be a part of the giveaway, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, I encourage you guys to come on over. I don't know why it froze on TikTok. It's flowing. I don't know. It's flowing good on this end. Let me know if it's frozen on y'all side on TikTok. But if you're watching on TikTok and Facebook and you want to be a part of the Playbook giveaway, come on over to the YouTube side. Hit that like button. When we hit 30 likes, I'm giving away a free playbook. All right, guys. So come on over, man. Welcome. If you just came over from TikTok, I get a lot of people from TikTok. So shout out to you guys. Coach Bill, you're right. Alabama. Yeah, Coach Hendricks, man, what's crazy is I was a big Miami Hurricane fan in the early 2000s when I was playing football. Like, I used to say to myself, man, if I got a scholarship, I would want to play for the University of Miami, or I would want to go to Oregon, play for the Oregon Ducks. I didn't want to play for the University of Alabama. Mainly because it was in my back door. Like I stayed, guys, I kid you not, I stayed 5 to 7 minutes from the University of Alabama, where I stayed. I hit Crescent Ridge Road in Tuscaloosa, straight shoot to the stadium, to the campus, all of that. You know, so I wasn't like, and then too, mind y'all, think about it. When I played football, this late 90s, early 2000s, you know, University of Alabama wasn't hitting on anything. It wasn't hitting on anything for real at that time. I think that's when we had Shula and DeBose and all of them. It wasn't hitting on nothing. You know, we didn't have a national championship since 1992, right? And I wanted to get, and then I wanted to get the hell out of Alabama too. I wanted to get the hell out of Alabama. Miss B said we got 4 more likes to go to hit our goal. 4 more likes to go. And for those who don't know, once we hit our goal, I'm gonna give away a playbook. But once we hit the 40 likes, I'm gonna give away another playbook. 50 likes, I'm gonna give away another one. All right. So that's how we do it over here. We love to give. We love to give. I truly believe it's better to give than receive, right? So we're gonna give away some playbooks. We hit 30. We close. We're very close. All right, let's get back to these questions, guys. If y'all got a question, go ahead and drop it. We're in our live Q&A segment now. We're in the overtime, I like to call it. We're in the overtime. So if there's any questions, feel free to drop it below. And let me see here. Go to y'all comments. So Bill wanted to know earlier, had to go back to his question. He wanted to know, what's the best way to raise money for next season? So I just did a video yesterday and I was talking about how to raise $30,000 for your youth football program. Okay, guys, how to raise 30 grand for your youth football program. The number one thing you need to focus on once your season is up is how much you need to focus on money. How much money can you raise for your program? Y'all got me? Because when you learn, and I'm going to do a whole show on this, by the way, this probably going to be the next show where I'm teaching you guys how to raise money. I'm damn good at raising money for my programs. So the number one thing, Coach, to answer your question without going into super deep detail, is you got to find donors. I love to get sponsors, and I love to do online campaigns to raise money. So our goal, our budget each year in our program is about $8,500. Now, usually we spend less than that, and we roll that money over into the next season. But what I'm going to do is, this is literally what I'll do. And you can do this today. Okay. You can do this today. You get a sheet of paper. You write down 20 to 25 people they got money, that own a business. If you don't know these people, that's fine. Write down 20 businesses in your area. Okay. You write them down. Now, the order I want you to write them down is the people you know the closest, are you most comfortable with. Start there with one and then work your way out. Okay. Once you got these people on your list, then you're going to start reaching out to them. Well, let me go back. Before you start reaching out to them, you want to take everything. And this is the secret sauce. All right. You want to take everything that you did this previous season, from pictures with the kids to game highlights to emotional moments that you may have had with the kids, or you've seen the kids, and then you're going to take all that stuff you documented, right? And you're going to make that into content. And you're also going to make it into your sponsorship package. Okay. Now, when you make it into your sponsorship package, literally what you're going to do is, you can do this one of two ways, right? This is the way I would recommend you do it. And you may have to hire somebody for this. Okay. Oh man, TikTok. Hold on, y'all bear with me. My TikTok closed and it was locked in. All right. And if y'all getting value from this game I'm putting y'all on with this fundraising stuff, give me a hell yeah. Let me know. Let me know. All right, we back, TikTok. We back. Y'all let me know if y'all getting game on it. Give me a hell yeah in the comments. Now I'll stop if y'all don't want to hear this. If y'all don't want to hear this game, I'll wait. There we go. There we go. Okay. So with your sponsorship pack, if you don't have the skills to do this, you can hire somebody on Upwork or something. Again, I'm going to teach this whole thing in Beast Out University, but I'm also going to have a show that kind of, scratch the surface on it. But Beast Out You, I'm doing a whole freaking course or class on master class on this. But you want to create a digital sponsorship package. You can download like CapCut, just have clips of the different inspirational things that happen, right, throughout the season. And then you want to let them know, in the sponsorship package, what you're trying to do, right? What you're trying to raise funds for. Is it jerseys? Is it backpacks for your kids? Is it cleats for your kids? Is it travel expenses? Are you trying to get a van for your kids so y'all can travel, right? You're going to send these to the donors via email, okay? Now, when you send these things, you're not just sending them expecting something from them. You got to give something too. You got to give to receive something, okay? You got to give to receive something. What we do is we say, hey, as you being a partner with our program, we're going to have you on our jerseys as a sponsor. And you can do tiers if you want. I don't do tiers, but some people do tiers where like if you donate $5,000, you'll be on our banners, you'll be on our spirit packs, you'll be on our jerseys, whatever, right? You can tier it. I don't. I just say any donation, especially over like $1,000. And by the way, guys, I don't ask for small money. Okay? I don't ask for small money. I'm asking for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. I'm not asking for no $200 or $100 or $50. I don't do events I don't do car washes and bake sales and cookie sales and all of that. Because part of why I don't do it is because I know the method to making money. It's an art to making money. One of the best money flows up, guys. It ain't trying to do a financial lesson on the show today, but understand this: money flows up. I learned this. I got my closest friends. A lot of them are 6-figure, 7-figure guys, own 7-figure businesses and stuff, and they put me on game with this stuff. Not to mention just the people I'm learning from in business myself, right? Understand, money flows up. It don't flow down. Okay? It flows up. So understand this principle that since money flows up, what you want to do is reach the people who are up where the money is at. The businesses, right? The business owners. It can be the small town, it can be like the barbers, it can be your local car, car dealer. Car dealers are great ones, by the way. Real estate companies are great people to reach out to. If you in a more like rural town where it's like a farming community or there's plants and stuff, reach out to the plants and stuff. They got money they're looking to give away, guys. They're looking to give away. Guys, I can post on social media right now and reach out to my friends who are business owners and stuff. And they'll drop 2, 3, 4,000 like that because they're going to just write it off in taxes. Anyway, they're just going to write it off on their taxes. So do what these other nonprofits like the YMCA and probably your local high school does as well. You know how the local high schools got all those sponsorship banners on their football or baseball fields? They just getting donations from these businesses, right? You can do the same thing with your youth football program. That's how you do it. Reach out to these companies, reach out to wealthy individuals, tell them what you're trying to do, what you need money for. Tell them that, hey, we'll love to, we'll love to put you on our banners and all of our merch, all our team gear. They love that crap because in a big question that they will ask you is, hey, man, how much foot traffic you get to the games? When they say that, you know what they're trying to figure out? They're trying to figure out from a marketing standpoint, how many eyes are going to see the banners? How many eyes are going to see the jerseys? How many eyes are going to see their logo on your stuff? So, if you say, well, we get about 500 to 750 eyes per game, in terms of adults, they're going to say, oh man, okay. Yeah, I donate this 3,000. Yeah. Yeah. You say you're going to put my stuff on your jerseys and all your yeah. Write you a check. Boom. 3,000 there. Then you get another company. Oh, how much foot traffic you got? Another 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Boom. And then they'll come to you and say, can we do this every year? I'd love to sponsor you every year. Boom. Now you got a consistent 3,000-4,000. Screw the car washes and stuff, guys. You can do it. You can do it if you want, but I'm big on you guys making a lot of money for your program, because when you got a lot of money in your program, guess what happens? You got flexibility. You don't have to be chasing no parents down for no kids or for a registration fee. You don't have to deal with a lot of BS either from parents. You know what I'm saying? When you don't have money in your program, you're like, look, we really need this money. We really need this money for him to play. Registration ends next week, and the parent like, well, whatever. Nah, we don't do that. So I'm going to do a show on this, guys. I'm going to do a show on this more in detail. But also, again, what I would strongly recommend, guys, is, not even trying to just promote, but I'm serious. Beast Out U is going to be where you want for all of your off-season teaching and training. A lot of y'all keep coming to me and saying, hey, coach, hey, man, look, how is there any youth football coaching clinics out there? And I'm like, dude, bro, like, Beast Out U? Yeah, it's literally the year-round coaching clinic for all youth football coaches. That's where your coaching clinic is. And I know some of you guys, talking about in-person clinics, but dude, take advantage of Beast Out U. That's what it's about. All right, let's see here. Any more questions, guys? Any more questions? And we're gonna get ready to land the plane on the show today. Let's see. Oh, great question. Coach Zion want to know, how often do you have your team scrimmage each other during preseason and the season? Okay, so great question. So during preseason, we don't do it much. We start really scrimmaging each other probably in August. That's when our fall ball comes into place. Now, when we do it, when the season is going on, man, we scrimmage like just about every practice. I say two times a week. Let me just say 2 times a week. We're going to scrimmage on our offensive day and defensive day, because we're trying to get our kids familiar with real game time scenarios. And we're, as the coach, we're able to analyze to see how our kids respond in a game time situation. Do kids look confused? Do they look timid? Are they confident? Did the defensive lineman get off the block correctly? Or is he, dancing with the offensive lineman? We're able to coach all that crap up before we play any game, right? So we attack that really fast. Now, in the preseason, we do a lot more conditioning, a lot more fundamental work. We go through a lot of our progressions, tackling progressions, blocking progressions. We're teaching the kids the fundamentals of the game preseason. But once we, August come around, we kind of switch gears to more scrimmaging, real game time situations, even with the drills, real game time situations. So great question. Great question. Okay. Nakaban says, what age should I start content for my son to help him with future opportunities? I imagine you're talking about like content to kind of put him out there on social and stuff like that. I mean, to be honest, man, nowadays you can, man, I see kids starting at 8, man. I've seen kids start at 6, parents doing that. For me personally, this is just me. All right. I really don't think it's a right or wrong answer for this, but with me, I would start at about 10 or 12 years old, man. Ironically enough, I got a daughter that just started high school soccer, and I got another daughter that's, she's still on rec, but she's going to play baseball. She play baseball, volleyball, and another one who is going to be playing softball. And, for me personally, if I did anything like that around the kids, it'd be like when they 10 or 12 years old. I don't like them too young, me personally. But to each their own. I'm not going to criticize, a parent or anything if they want to start with the kid 5, 6 years old, because I mean, the more you're able to document the journey of your kid and stuff like that, it can have a lot of positive benefits. It's this kid out of the Snoop Football League a few years back. He got a 6-figure deal from a marketing agency, just because of his exposure, right? A lot of us know who Baby Grunk is. Baby Grunk is basically a celebrity now with the content he produced. So, it's all about your goals and your vision. If you want your kid to kind of really get exposure and your name out there, you can do it now, man, if you want. And with me being a content creator, I'm telling you, somebody who does content creation full time, I do this every day. I'm here to tell you, the more reps you put in with content creation, very similar to football, man, very similar to football. The more reps you put in, the better you get. The more you show and expose your kid, the better he's going to get. You're going to get with editing. If you hire somebody, you get better with business, content creation, the whole 9 yards, the art of it. So it wouldn't hurt to dabble in there now. All right. Coach Miller says, how far along do you start off? You start off season summer workouts. Also, due to the heat, do you keep it an hour or multiple water breaks? Great question, man. Phenomenal question. So this is the way we do it. Okay. So in the springtime, March to be exact, we'll do our first camp, right? And this camp is a fundamentals camp. And it's really, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, our spring camps are marketing. It's all about marketing. We get kids in, we just want them to have fun. We're teaching 3-point stands, catching the ball. We're not coaching per se. We're having fun with the kids. We're trying to get awareness out there, right? And then we do this in March and April. And then we don't do nothing in May. We just keep the relationships that we built at the camps, right, in the spring. We're emailing them, we're texting them, we're letting them know, hey, we got our summer workouts that starts in June. Okay. And we get into our summer workouts usually the first week of June. If I coached again, let's say if I coached next year, I would probably push that to the second week of June, because a lot of people go on vacations that first week of June. So from June, July, we go into our summer workouts, coach, and we do that 2 days a week, about 2-3 days a week. And we go hard now. That's where we're teaching the kids our system, our fundamentals. We teach them the fundamentals. We get them really conditioned. That's the big goal. We want them extremely conditioned. We want them to understand the beast mentality, the beast culture, because a lot of the kids who come in summer workouts, when fall come, they are the leaders. They are the core. They are the nucleus of the program, right? And so it's all the other new kids come. I always say every year, I say, man, the kids that come late, like August, they're going to regret it, because the kids who's in summer workouts are going to be a little faster, a little more in shape, a little more, tough mentally because of what they went through in the summer. So that's kind of, what we do. And you also said, due to the heat, do you keep it an hour with multiple water breaks? Yeah, man. We have water breaks already built into what we do. I like a lot of water breaks personally because, I want to make sure the kids are hydrated. Safety is really important. And I don't talk about this enough, guys, but I'm also a strength and conditioning. I'm the strength and conditioning coach. So I'm the head coach, I'm the offensive line coach, strength and conditioning coach, and linebackers coach. That's typically what I do. Now, depending on who I got as a coach, I may take on the defense and offensive line that year, but I'm always strength and conditioning. DSA, what's up, brother? What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. All right, let me see. Make sure I'm not missing no more questions before we land the plane. Oh yeah. By the way, guys. By the way, 30 likes. So we're giving away a free copy of the 4-4 Reaper Defensive Playbook. Shout out to you guys. And as I mentioned before, if we go to 40, I give away another one. If we get 50 likes, I give away another one. All right, guys. Coach Bill says, do you put players in the weight room? I don't. A lot of what we do a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? We do a lot of things where the kids are, managing their own weight. We do a lot of push-ups. We do a lot of century sets. We do a lot of sets of 100 in the summer, especially, man. Now, what I will do, and we do a lot of military style things. I will have our kid carry our 60, 70 pound pad on their shoulder that do 10 squats. Then they'll put the pad down, they'll slam the pad down, and they flip the pad going up the field 60 yards. Okay. Once they get to 60 yards, they're going to pick it back up. No, I take that back. Let me rewind. Zoop. So once they do their 10 squats, they're going to run down 60 yards with the pad on their shoulder. Once they get to the cones, it's about 60 yards down. They're going to slam the pad down, and they're going to flip the pad back, coming back 60 yards. Okay. Every kid does this. We call it the Warrior's Gauntlet or the Beast Gauntlet. That's our kids go ape shit doing that drill. They love it. And because number one is competition. Number two, it works. It's such compound exercise. Like our kids do so many compound exercises, right? All day, every day. And so that's why they're strong at their core. We do a lot of core. Even our smaller guys, like they're strong as hell because we do a lot of core workouts and things of that nature. So yeah, man. Sam G says, why do you think college or NFL doesn't run the beast formation? D talent. This coming from a coach who lost in our championship to a team that was running the beast formation. Okay, great question. Great question. So I'll say this to you first, Coach Sam, man. And I posted some content on this. There are teams that run variations of the beast at the college level, even the NFL level. The Baltimore Ravens last year was running a variation of the beast offense. It was crazy, There's, and let me kind of bag it up and even say this, if you know the history of the beast, the beast offense was founded by a college, Yale University. Right? In the early 1900s. The beast offense, guys, is nothing but a single wing offense, right? It's a single wing offense founded around 1910. And it was a variation of the traditional single wing. That's all. It was a variation of the single wing. And so they just made the variation as an unbalanced power stacked single wing offense. And I think what they used to call it, I think they used to call it the power wing, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back to my research notes on it, but it wasn't called the beast then. It was like the power wing or something like that, right? But it was just a power stack formation ran by Yale University back in the 1900s. They was running it. And then, it went away for a little bit and it came back. It came back again in, I think, the 80s or the 70s. And it went away and it came back in the late 2000s. So it's like a 20, 30-year gap with it. So, it becomes popular and then it goes away for a couple of decades and then it comes back. You know what I'm saying? So just know, Coach, the beast is just a single wing offense. Anybody come to you and say, well, what kind of formation is there? Ain't no real formation. The damn formation older than our great-great-grandparents. You know what I'm saying? But most of our great-great-grandparents. It was formed in the early 1900s. It's just a single wing offense. And every year it gets, every, decade or two, it gets just innovated by somebody that, brings it back. And y'all know this. Football is a cycle. Football is a big cycle, right? So, if something's hot now, it's going to go away. And then, and what I noticed is in football, you got like the passing oriented formations become popular. Then it goes away, go back to more power or balanced. And then it go back to passing. People was talking shit about Steve Spurrier in the 90s when he started running spread at Florida and was winning all of them games and championships, right? They was, oh man, talking shit about the spread, all the power from all the wing, the flex bone and double wing and wishbone guys, Maryland eye guys. They was talking about the spread because a lot of them haven't seen it like that before. And now everybody running the spread, right? It just goes like that. But when you learn when you know your history as a coach, and that's why I encourage everybody who's watching the show, even on the replay, like study the history of football and study like how football cycles, man. When you learn how shit cycles, nothing really going to surprise you because you understand, oh, this has been here before. That's all. It may have a different name. And most of y'all already know, like, I'm a multiples guy anyway. So, I'll run the beast, but we got so many variations of the beast we run. We can run in spread, stack, jigsaw, shotgun, base, tight. Or we can do what Coach just said. We go air raid, pistol, 2x2, 4x4, empty. I said 4x4, 2x2, 3x1, empty. My bad. All right. All right, guys, I think that's it, man. We're going to get ready to give away this playbook. Miss Beast, where we are on likes. Let me know where we at on likes. So we're going to get ready to get this playbook away. If y'all ready, give me a hell yeah in the comments. Give me a hell yeah if y'all ready. Now I got to see what question I'm going to ask you guys. At 32 likes. Okay. And like I said, guys, if we hit 40 likes, I give away another one. Appreciate you, man, Coach Miller. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. I really appreciate it. With my health and stuff, man, it's kind of crazy. I get paid to talk. That's my job. But when your breath is short and your body go haywire, it sucks. It really sucks. All right. Let me see here. See what question. So for those who don't know how the giveaway works, is that what I'm going to do is ask you a question from something I talked about on the show. Okay. And based on the question that I ask, if you get it right, I'm going to hand pick a winner from the person or those who, get it right. If you get it wrong, I'm sorry. Better luck next time. Or if we get 40 likes, you got another shot at it. All right, guys. So that's how it's going to work. Okay. All right. Let's get to the question. Okay. So earlier in the show, guys, I was talking about symptoms of fatigue. What makes a youth football coach fatigued? Right. I named a lot of symptoms, right? I want y'all to give me 2 symptoms that I named that are a sign of fatigue with a youth football coach. Give me 2 symptoms that I named. Oh, that's a good one. See this one going to be for those who really listen in on the show. Coach Sanchez says overwhelmed, stress. And listen, if you're watching on TikTok, do this for me because I'm only going to give it away on YouTube. If you're on TikTok, come on over right now to the YouTube side. Just go to YouTube, look up Coach Beast. You'll see us live. I don't want you to miss out on this. Coach Tyler says overwhelming parents, not understanding their position on the football field. The country says not showing up on time. Okay. Okay. And remember, guys, I want two. I want two. Give me two. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Harper's Way says parents' complacency, not showing up to practice. That's a good one. That's a good one. Coach Everett, shout out to you, Coach Everett. Irritability and showing up late to practice. Coach Sam G says late to practice, parents overbearing. Okay. I'm going to give y'all about 15 more seconds. Anybody else who want to be a part of it? And like I said, guys, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. I'll throw another question out there if we get to 40. Ready. 10 seconds to go. And again, guys, for those who don't know, like I said before, in the playbook store, you can get any playbook that I have right now, guys. $25. That's right, only $25. So if you've been kind of, you bought a playbook or two, you didn't buy the bundle yet, and you just want something affordable, like it's a certain playbook you want, like the Beast 1.0, 3.0. You may want to get the Air Raid 2.0, the winged, not the wing T, the Beast T formation. You can get those playbooks. Just scan that QR code. It's going to take you to the Beast Unleashed bundle. But once you're in the store, if you want to look at the individual playbooks, you can just hit the back button and it'll take you to the whole store to see all the individual playbooks. Or you can do what, if you can afford it, get the bundle. It's 90% off too. So wanted to let y'all know that. Just scan that QR code on the left side of your screen if that's something you want to do. All right. Miss B said we're at 35 likes. Okay. Good deal. So I'm going to give y'all the answers and then we're going to name a winner. All right. So the symptoms of fatigue, okay, in a youth football program or with a youth football coach is this. Number one, attendance drops. Players are missing, not showing up. There's an energy drop. There's a lack of intensity at practice, right? That's a big problem. Then staff burnout is number three. The staff is tired. They're not showing up. They're inconsistent, right? Parent distractions or parent overwhelm. I would accept parent overwhelm. Parents are doing other sports. They're putting their kids in other sports, that kind of thing. And then emotional drain. Emotional drain is another, really big one. A lot of coaches go through it. Hey, I've been through it. That's one of the things that I can definitely say I struggled with early on, but then I found my thing to do to really kind of, diffuse everything. So I think we got a winner. Coach Miller says faced all of those symptoms this year. It was truly exhausting. I totally get it, man. Let me know if you had a nightmare season, Coach. I'd love to know that, man. I'm really sensitive or empathetic, that's the better word, to, coaches who go through nightmare seasons because it's not fun, man. Nightmare season is not fun whatsoever. All right. If y'all ready for me to announce the winner on the playbook giveaway, give me a hell yeah in the comments, guys, and we're going to get this party started. And shout out to you guys again for rocking with me. Look, if you're not subscribed, which, I think I get so many views, but only like 20% of people subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the show. Hit the notification bell. Like the show if you haven't already. Because guys, another announcement, guys, is I may do a Halloween show. Okay. I may do a Halloween show. So definitely hit that notification bell so you don't miss that. And on the Halloween show, I may do another live Q&A show like this, or I may do the fundraising video for you guys, because I know, like, that's huge, guys. That's going to separate you from struggling and trying to figure crap out to knowing exactly what you need to do. If you got 10, 20, 30 grand in the bank, it gets really fun when you got money in your program. It gets really fun because you got versatility to do what you want, as long as you're managing that money well, right? All right, guys. So here we go. The winner of the 4-4 Reaper Defense playbook is Coach Davis. Coach Davis, congratulations, my man. Shout out to you, Coach Davis. So the way that you retrieve your playbook, Coach, is all you got to do is email me. I'm going to put the email in the comments here. beastoutyou@gmail.com. Y'all give Coach Davis a big congrats too, guys. Show him some love. Show him some love. Show him some love. So the way it works, Coach, is so I want you to email me. Okay, I put the email on the screen and in the comments. beastoutyou@gmail.com. Okay, and give me 24 to 48 hours to send the playbook over to you. Since we do the show during the daytime, I may be able to do it today. Just send me a message. Say, hey, this is Coach Davis. I won the 4-4 Reaper defensive playbook, and I'm going to send it to you again. Give me 24 to 48 hours. If you don't get a message from me within 48 hours, just send me another email just to remind me. Because sometimes, guys, I only check my email once a day, and then I get so many questions and emails from you guys throughout the day. Your stuff may get pushed down, and I just miss it. Okay. How many of you guys are planning to join Beast Out U? Let me know. How many of you guys are planning to join Beast Out U? And I'm not just talking about like, right now, but I'm saying between now and next season, how many of you guys are planning to join Beast Out U here on the screen? Let me know. Just put me in the comments if you're planning to join. Again, I think a lot of guys don't know what Beast Out U is all about. Beast Out U is literally all-purpose platform for coaches. I made this group. This group is in school, and this group is everything you need to be successful next season. What I mean by that is it's got all the playbooks in there in the bundle, including the new playbooks I'm about to drop. It got all my master classes. If you want to know how to run the 4-4 Reaper, the Beast offense, I got Beastology course in there. So literally it has all the playbooks, all the drill books, all the courses. It's all purpose. Everything you need to learn, everything you need to know is in Beast Out U, including mentorship from yours truly, me. So if you got questions, you drop them in there. I'm going to answer your questions. Other coaches in there going to answer your questions. Not only that, every other Monday we have a show. We call it Mentorship Mondays in the group, where I jump on just like this, right? And you're able to have me as your personal one-on-one coach, guys, during that time. And usually I'm on for about an hour and a half to answer your questions. And it's so it's more tailored, it's more centered, it's more geared to make sure you are successful. It's nothing like it, guys. That we're trying to build this program, this membership, to make youth football great again, but we can't do it if you guys are not the best you can be. And so, a lot of people, they ask me, they say, hey man, this check in the back, how do you get this check? How did you get that ESPN award? You Coach Beach, you say you an ESPN award winning coach. Yes, I am. How? Well, Beast Out University is going to show you how. What I did, guys, was I made sure my program was all about being the standard in my league with how we serve our kids. We wanted to be exceptional in everything we did, right? We wanted to be exceptional in how we served our kids, how we did our practices, how we prepared them. And I say this all the time, you know, you don't get awards like this just because you win youth football games. Nobody give a damn, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Nobody really gives a damn about you winning the football games, but you and your program and the parents, everybody associated with it. Because once you win that championship, that's your bragging rights. Everybody else is gunning for you. But people get inspired when you are changing lives and you are transformative in your youth football program. When you are more than a youth football program, you are a high value youth football program, or what I like to say, a high school prep program that's making a difference. So Beast Out U is an all-purpose platform, meaning it got everything you need in there to be successful. It's a toolbox, a treasure box. You got all the playbooks you need, all the drill books you need, all the mentorship you need, all the courses you need in one place. And it's just for youth football coaches. It's just for youth football coaches. So no matter if you are aspiring to become a youth football coach, and this is going to be your first year, or you a veteran coach and you've been doing it for 15, 20 plus years like me, Beast Out U is what it's all about. Okay, guys, that's what it's all about. So definitely wanted to share that with you guys, and hopefully I'm able to see y'all over there and Beast Out U. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Coach Drew, man. Shout out to you. You said you're on Facebook today. Shout out to you, man. Glad to see you on there. Yeah, like I said, I know a lot of you guys are on Facebook as well. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, guys, too. My channel took off last week. Literally about 4,000 new followers. I do have a free Facebook group, guys, that's called Beast Out U, Youth Football Coaching Academy. If you're not ready to make the commitment to Beast Out University, I encourage you to go there. Beast Out U, Youth Football Coaching Academy. It's a free group. Of course, it don't have all the playbooks or the resources and tools, but you do have the mentorship and the content there where we talk ball. That's if you want to talk ball, and if you want to up your coaching game and get questions answered there, that's an option too. But if you want all the resources and bells and whistles and the tailored mentorship and the tailored things for your program, you want to go to Beast Out University in school. Okay, you just scan. Oh, let me change the QR code real quick, guys. Let me get y'all the wrong one. Okay, there we go. You just scan that QR code on the left side of your screen there, guys. If you scan that code, that'll take you to learn more about Beast Out University, guys. And you can join that on a 7-day free trial, okay? Join it free, man. You get access to everything. Join free, 7 days. See how you like it. See how you enjoy it. You see all the free stuff there. And, if you decide that you don't want to join it at this time, you can just cancel, okay? And that's it, man. That is it, all right? So, guys, that's it for the show today. I hope you guys got value. I really, really did, man. I love rocking with you guys. Absolutely love it. It's always fun. It's a pleasure. It's a blast, okay, guys? So, again, if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, because we're going to have a Halloween show. As long as my health is good, we're probably going to do this Halloween show if I'm good, okay? So hit the notification bell so you do not forget. All right, guys. So that's it for the show today, guys. Really appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And until the next show, Beast out. Peace.